Good morning from the capital of Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to all those who are visiting our beautiful Twin Island Republic. I saw a big cruise ship out there, and all around, some of those tourists and probably others as well are here early, right? Early compared to when the actual road takes place, enjoying the scenery of Trinidad and Tobago. Some of them all around with their maps, taking a look at what Trinidad and Tobago has to offer, and they will find so much beauty that we as well need to rediscover and appreciate as well. Let us, in this season and throughout the year, live with love, right, and welcome people to our communities, to our homes, to Trinidad and Tobago. Even in our communities, if we don't preserve the love, the peace, the discipline, the order, then we chase others and we chase even ourselves from a place that can thrive, a place that is supposed to be a rest for us and our children and our neighbors' children. So let us take ownership of our communities in that way. Let us take ownership in our communities to build it so that it is better. Not to possess it and bring it down and give it a bad name or a bad stigma. And congratulations and good work, and blessings to the people of so many communities, even across the East-West corridor, and other places that in the past may have had, negative connotations, but over the past year, over whatever period, there has been a certain level of change. Let us take that ownership of our communities. Let us look out for the children in the communities. Let us not take advantage of them. Let us make progressive, sensible steps towards development. If we stand up, let us stand up for progress. Let us not hamper growth. Let us, if there's noise in our communities, it is noise because we are clamoring and calling for better. For better for everyone. All right, so in the context of ZOSOs, etc., we know that process is still taking place. A little delay in the sitting of the Senate to discuss that part of the legislations that have been brought before that Senate, right? The second hurdle of our judicial process. And, we will see the outcome. We can listen to the deliberations as well. And hopefully, whatever conclusion, those people who have that responsibility to make the decisions, make them with the right thought pattern in mind. Make them with foremost in their minds a desire for the betterment of Trinidad and Tobago. I took the time last night, as I promised, some of those, the two young people who came in to be interviewed from Classic Rousseau. I took some time to go to the tent, and I was immensely satisfied, tremendously pleased with the culture on show with the talent that exists. They have a few, older people there, but there is so much young talent coming through. And this morning, that's what I was trying to find, a song from a young man who performed last night. And he said he wanted war, right? But listen to what he wants to fight for. He wants to fight for equality. He wants to fight for greater unity. He wants to fight for progress in his nation. It was a really well put together Kaiso boy. And the crowd at City Hall was moved to constant calls for encore, constant applause. I thoroughly enjoyed most of the acts. One or two, but I was telling the patron who sat next to me, that's just there's a little rest for us, because we had to clap so much because everybody's performances were at such a high level of entertainment, at such a high level of creativity. We was clapping every minute. We had to cheer them because they deserve it. So the little one or two people, and some of them are just going down a little old line age, etc. So they give them that opportunity as well. Give us a chance to breathe. But you should definitely check out the tents. I did move across to review as well for a little while, and even that was a culmination, because I reached to the end of talent, of ability that we have in Trinidad and Tobago. And what I did note is that maybe we need to advertise those tents and stuff as well to the foreigners who come to Trinidad and Tobago, because I know they are here. That massive cruise liner can hold, I'm sure, thousands of people. But I didn't see too many of those foreigners in the tents. So maybe they're not aware, or maybe, the later hours may be difficult for them to come out. But we need to connect, because that experience and that level of culture would appeal to those people who want a taste of true Trinidad and Tobago. As for the village in the savannah, I hear, despite the rains, because we had quite a bit of rain yesterday, that it was packed. But I had to make a choice. It can't be two places at one time, and I in my calypso, right? So Patrice, big up to her as well. She gave of herself that free show, and it was enjoyed by Trinidad and Tobago, even in this time where things are a little bit challenging for some of us economically. There is that understanding and that opportunity. Carnival has come back in many respects to the people, not in exclusivity, not in if you can't afford, but there's so many aspects of Carnival that has been brought back to the people, to everyone, without discrimination based on your economic ability. Enjoy it. Take advantage of that opportunity. So we're happy to enjoy this time and this space, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. All right, so let's head across to the news. I know the international news is hot on the press. We discuss it ever so often because it impacts and affects us as well, given globalization, given that we are interconnected with other economies as well. The statements of course, always the President of the United States causing some people to scratch their head. All right, some amazing statements. All the veils are off. All the deception is being pushed aside, and realities are being laid right in front of us. And of course, then there's the reaction of other nations as well to what is taking place. And I can almost say that, you know, it is interesting to see medium-sized nations like Canada, for example, that now have to grapple with this type of ideology and behavior within the world. And they are realizing where they had tolerated certain behavior before, the violation of the rights of others, the consumption and exploitation of others, of weaker countries. And they sat idle. They even were complicit in taking part in some of those actions. And now they are up for that type of destructive attitude reaching them. And I heard one commentator saying that, you know, if you're not around the table, it is almost as though you are on the table. Well, I could understand that. If you're not one of the big boys consuming others, now you are on the table to be consumed. And that is, of course, challenging for the people of the global south, for those economies and nations that have been suppressed and have been exploited and that have been plundered for centuries. Even in the Kaiso tents, like I said, beautiful compositions, even touching the international politics as well. You know, that song about, you know, we want war, but we want to fight for positive things. And then there was also Gart Sinclair, who got encore after encore, you know, speaking about the system needing to change. And I think many of us, as I listen to the voices across Trinidad and Tobago, we are recognizing, and we have recognized in the past, but even more than ever, that certain systems, certain aspects of our system need to change, because the result regardless is too often too similar. But we have to also understand, in changing a system that exists, the pushback and the difficulty that is faced. So let us be mindful and let us be careful. We on top of the hour, we take the break, and then we'll be right back. Blessings to Trinidad and Tobago.
Get ready for a night of vibes, energy, and soca. Iwer, George, and Friends presents Iwer's Night. Friday, January 23rd at Woodford Cafe, Bryce Plaza, Shaquana, starting from 9 p.m. At Advanced unisex tickets $100 and ladies 2 for 1 for $100. Featuring the Waterlord, Iwer George, and all his friends in the business. KMC, Blackadan, Malik, Anika Berry, J-Del, and straight out of Grenada, the payroll man, Money. I say load me up with the oil. Music by DJ Mervin and DJ Elon, aka Papi. Come out and experience the big man in the business, Iwer George and Friends. Friday, January 23rd, Woodford Cafe, Shaguanas. It's Iwer's night. See you there.
What are you doing?
Festival at KFC is so special to all.
What are we doing? Do what you want with the crunch, don't fight it. KFC, carnival, when you bite it. Flavor, take off, like rocket. It's a crunch dival with the baddest bucket.
The Crunch calling with our baddest bucket. That's 7 pieces of chicken for only $99. And for just $25 more, get 4 additional sides. Or crunch into Carnival with a super deal and get 1 piece of chicken, 1 regular side, a biscuit, and a large drink for only $29.95.
When the taste moves your waist, you know it's crunch dival at KFC.
Rhythms of Truth, a Kaiso story. The grand opening of the world's #1 Calypso tent, Kaiso Showcase 2026. Friday, 23rd January, 8 p.m., Naparima Bowl, San Fernando. Be prepared for a night of Calypso in all its forms. Social, political commentary, humor, pan, chutney, and suggestive sounds. Featuring performances by Queen Victoria, Lady Adana, Pharaoh, Mr. Shaq, Daddy Chinese, Eunice Peters, Calissa Charles Mapp, Alicia Richards, Hail Drago, Mr. Mac, Nicholas Lucas, Rivaldo London, Lady Torlish, Carice Pascal, D. Juba, Roxy Singh, Queen Voice, Brother Ramkey, Cassie, Miss Ross, Empress, Medic, Greg, Mr. Lee, Fire Ring. Guest performances by Dev, Durango, Brio, and Raw Tour. Your MC, Damian Melville. Music by Razor Sharp, Chorus, Kaiso Flames. Tickets, advance $200. At the door, $250. Available at Roast and Toast, Superior Street, San Fernando. Athletes by the Park, Tubo South Central Office, Mezzanine Floor, Skinner Park, San Fernando. And from executive members. For more information, call 653-5732. Don't miss Rhythms of Truth, a Kaiso story. See you there.
The Lion Brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Pelori fry bake roti and doubles too, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, Lion Brand is the reason. When the Lion Brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion Brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion Brand.
This carnival season, come hungry and leave in love. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other. Every evening, the Queen's Park Savannah transforms into a vibrant village of food, culture, and celebration. Taste the best of Trinidad and Tobago with local street food, gourmet chefs, live cooking demos, cultural performances, and family-friendly experiences, all in one place. Join us at Flavor Village, Queen's Park Savannah, every day from 4 p.m. TNT, you're gonna love this.
How you just turn on this time machine, boy?
Bro, we have to...
Yes, I know, we had to go, but I had to start it.
On Sunday, February 1st, 2026, Captain Starbright and Tim Tim are going to take your kids on a magical journey to the past, present, and future of Carnival, the greatest show on earth. Get ready for Kids Carnival Kingdom. Back to the future.
Yeah, but how we going if this time machine not working, boy?
Bro, you're putting me Smolter. It's powered by Smolter.
Oh, it's powered by Smolter. All right, put it. All right, let's go.
Kids Carnival Kingdom, back to the future. Sunday, February 1st, Skinner Park, San Fernando. Rides, slides, games, soca stars, and more. Parents, watch them learn about their culture and save the future of Carnival. Early bird tickets available online at islandetickets.com or timetolime.com and in store at advertised outlets. Kids Carnival Kingdom. Call 337-KIDS for more information. Kids Carnival Kingdom, back to the future.
Tobago. It's Carnival. The Vibe. The event space, formerly known as Shade.
Quote-unquote Tobago says, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week, and pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612 or email iwerng@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum, it's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is carnival.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Champlain, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and enjoy a spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launch from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
The world #1 Calypso tent, Kaiser Showcase, presents Rhythm of the Sea, where the rhythm meets the wave on board the Embassy Yacht on Friday, 30th January 2026. Boarding at King's Wharf, San Fernando from 7 p.m. and sailing at 8 p.m. sharp. Featuring the ladies DJ, Dr. Ross and Sugar Ray. Early bird tickets $200. General admission $250. Tickets available at Roast and Toast Restaurant, Bar and Grill. Number 86 Superior Street, San Fernando. Attendees by the park, Tuco South Central Zone Office, mezzanine floor, Skinner Park, San Fernando. And from Tuco South executive members. For more information, call 653-5732. Don't miss out on the first ever Calypso tent on the high seas.
Everybody,
Kaiso Showcase, Rhythm of the Sea.
This carnival season, come hungry and leave in love. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other. Every evening, the Queen's Park Savannah transforms into a vibrant village of food, culture, and celebration. Taste the best of Trinidad and Tobago with local street food, gourmet chefs, live cooking demos, cultural performances, and family-friendly experiences, all in one place. Join us at Flavor Village, Queen's Park Savannah, every day from 4 p.m. TNT, you're gonna love this.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. Good morning to everyone again. Blessings. All praises due to the Almighty Creator. We thank Him for life. You feel that? That's the crunch calling. Carnival crew, KFC coming through with the baddest bucket in town. 7 pieces of chicken for just $99. And wait now, you want more vibes? Add 4 sides for only $25. Fries, coleslaw, mash, stack it up how you like it. This is big food, big energy, big crunch. From the road to the line to the after fete. So when hunger start to wind up, answer the call. Head to KFC. It's Crunchyval. I may look for my Iwer script because all you know tonight is Iwer night at Woodford Cafe. I know management, oh gosh, I'd rather work Saturday. I go to see management will understand when you come a little bit late the next day because we have to take part in the cultural expressions. But yeah, we know and we heard the ad as well. Sometimes it's better hearing it from the voice also. But Woodford Cafe, Iwer night, y'all don't miss it. And I'll play a little bit of this song that I was speaking about a little earlier from Classic Russo, because it is exceptional in my opinion, and there are so many tremendous young artists in Trinidad as well. I don't know how semi-finals, boys, sorry, them judges go have a hard time. Because it have plenty good kaiso. Let me try to find it for you all there. Kyle Cowie is the name. And the proper name is What We Fighting For. Let me try. Have a little patience with me with the technical difficulties on YouTube. I'll take a call by the while. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, blessings, brother. Welcome.
I didn't have no phone for a while, boy. Phone fall and screen mash up, and this phone is problem to get the screen and plenty money.
Right. You have a fancy phone, boy. Pressure.
Yeah, boy, when my daughter finished me with one, so I out of the doldrum right now.
Right.
Boy, run. The country in a bad state, boy. Sorry to say. We're in a real bad state. And people come down on me when I talk about getting a third party from now. You see? The reason why? If they call an election now, we don't want PNM, we don't want UNC, who we go put? You know what's going to happen now? People will go back and vote for PNM and put back PNM in office because they want to get rid of UNC now. So the same scenario we had before the election, we have the same scenario for another election. What's the thing I'm looking at? The ticket system, that was like a distraction. When they come with that, and we focusing on that, they come with this Zuzu thing now. Right? And you have the lawyer from Winstouch standing up and talking about proud black men bringing these laws. They sit down together and bringing the law. Alexander is a proud black man. He's a proud black man. This one is a proud black man. But look at what's happening. While these black men, proud black men, sit down and making these kind of laws to brutalize poor people in community. That distraction here, we're going on the other side of that distraction now. The Indian now organizing the people to get land from since with sugar workers thing. And not only get land, but they gain them money too. Boy, this just reminded me of slavery days when some of the slaves didn't even know they were slaves. And anytime they want to get at the slave, what the master does do, set up their own slave to go and brutalize and do the master's will to look good in the master's eye. So we have house Negro, and according to Croco, lick bottom African in the UNC getting used. So as I stand right now, I am not thinking about voting ever in life again. If God spare me the life to vote in another election, I may not vote. And this thing we're going on with UNC and this ICE that they want to bring in the country right now, like they're moving like America now. Like they're bringing ICE to we now. I have a problem. I have a serious problem like that. And the thing that we voted against is the same thing that this government doing to us right now. And the population, I don't know if they're feeling it. The population, everybody angry right now. I seen less cars on the road. Imagine that. I seen less cars on the people thinking once, twice, 3 times to even take their family out on a weekend because of these draconian measures that are taking place. And here now, you know, one of the things that they have with this Zuzu thing where they're bringing out here now, if a police stop you in a zone and ask you for information and you refuse to give the information, $20,000 fine, you know.
Yeah.
You $20,000 fine. So all your rights and things to be taken. That is the way they want to run this country.
Yeah.
If you have a state of emergency up and you're having a kind of different phrase as state of emergency again perpetrated on proud black men, as they say, on poor black citizens of this country. We're in a bad way. In a bad way. God put a hand on. If the government of the day ain't seeing and feeling the pulse of the people and continuing to perpetrate punishment on us for us trying to do better, as I just always say, boy, you could fool some people sometime, but you can't fool all the time. And a third party, we have to get a third party. If they call a snap election now, we problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a blessed day.
Yeah, thank you very much. And well, I know you're tuned in as well because, you know, I have my opinion on some of what you're saying as well. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah. And there is this perception that Zoso is to advantage, you know, people. But if you really think about it, you do not have to see it that way. Yes, the police at times overstep their authority and subject the population to what is outside of their service, and that is a problem that we have. But we do need a certain level of policing, and this special circumstance of a zone of special operation only comes into effect if there are extraordinary circumstances in that area. Understand the whole framing of this tool. Understand also that there is widespread support for some type of action that can assist in dealing with crime. One of the major topics, obviously, this year in the CAISO circuit is crime, because people are suffering the pains of criminal activity, and Trinidad and Tobago is suffering the pains of criminal activity, and we are working ourselves out of it. It's challenging. So, you have to look at things both ways as well. Careful with the narratives that are being painted. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Bala.
Yeah, and pleasant morning
right?
to you as well, man. Yeah, man.
You know, when I watch, right, the religious body, all the churches and them have organization all over the world. The Catholic, the Muslim, the Anglican, everybody have the organization. In the country, yeah, when I watch it, these politicians and them, all of them have the organization, the party, right? The only organization I see that we have is the gang members and them over the gangs and them, what organize, what the area, you can go in the area, that's well organized. Kill one another. You understand? When these people and them putting Muslim more duty law, putting back chains on my foot and my hand due to rules and barricades. Less we can create nothing. They take away all the rights. Every law they bring, they take away, they're taking away the rights. You understand? We can't see nothing. We can't create nothing. The most we could do is find a space, survive, and to create a living for ourselves, them, for our family. Nothing else. We can't organize. We have an organization. Just imagine the minority is who has put a party in power, because if you check the losing party, the voters, and who didn't vote is more than the who put a party in power. So the minority putting a party in power. With the majority, what are we doing? There's no organization. We can't say nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand your point.
Just how we under stress. We can't do nothing. We just stressed out. And come on up. Just imagine these kind of laws you can man say about the cars and this kind of law to bring out my friend. What are really doing to us? You understand? If you have water in your wiper bottle or you're getting tickets for that, come on. Why did you have that?
Nah, you ain't getting ticket for that. You ain't getting ticket for water in your wiper bottle. Nah.
I just know road of going because as I say, a smooth tire costs more than a brand new tire. You understand what I'm telling you? That's what I mean how road are going. A motorbike passing, look at me, a motorbike passing at full speed, whoosh. With this man, with the motorbike rider seatbelt. You comfortable in your car, door, everything. Your car fall out. You understand? But they charge you $2,000 for a seatbelt and a motorbike passing a whoosh on the highway. If you really sit down and think, these people are put them as a law against us. We really foolish people. You understand? Because, I mean, come on. You seeing people in danger on a motorbike. You are telling them nothing, but we sing on cool and humble in a car with $2,000. Why they doing us that? Why are just a handful of people controlling a whole multitude of people, controlling a whole society?
Yeah.
And we can't do nothing.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, I get the sentiment you're trying to express, man. Thank.
You see warriors and them, our society, that's the gangs and them, we're killing one another. If we get them to unite, that we starting, are we freedom, are we rights, are we everything? You understand? Because what them doing, the whole plot is that we killing one another like gangs that the warriors have of the African that we warriors. Because three people is the leaders, the warriors and the servants. You understand? They're using the police, doesn't matter them using police to oppress we. Like with the oppressors and doing using the police to oppress we. Poor people are using to oppress poor people. All these things you gotta be looking at. Levy from an organization, I mean, look what the done in Parliament. You actually one other question and I just appeal to and say there and that is the most important thing of the country. The questions party the party were running and the opposition. You have to ask questions to see how the country going. They want to answer, they didn't answer it, and what kind of stupidness. So why we can have people in there to actually with party in there to make sure things go straight? Look, the man that ask that question is need to be answered.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
We don't have them kind of thing.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very. Yeah. I don't want to cut you. Yeah, man. Blessings. Have a good day. I don't want to cut you, but yeah, a couple people on the line. Good morning, brother. Blessings. Welcome.
Good morning, my brother. How are you this morning?
Hi there, man. Not too bad at all.
Right, blessings to you. Mr. Ford, I totally agree with your point concerning the police officers this morning, where while there may be the honest police officers out there, there are those which we call them the rogue officers, who, if this law comes into place, will take advantage on people, right? For instance, yesterday morning, in street, a woman was being interviewed, a former politician from Jamaica, where this law, this doom law is in effect as we speak, and I think there is where we got this particular law from. We emulate in Jamaica. Now, what you are saying is that when the law came into place across in Jamaica, already there have been 58 unlawful killings by police officers across there. In other words, in some of the hotspot areas where the police would have gone in, they have killed 58 people and they are before the courts right now. Some of them were charged. So what I'm saying, Mr. Fuad, I am for fighting crime and so on, but I'm also kind of fearful to the fact that there are some officers that will take advantage. And you see what going on, Mr. Fuad, some of these hotspots, so-called hotspots, are already targeted as criminals and so on inside here. So if somebody get killed inside here, there might be no uproar with the public because they consider it's only criminals up inside there and gangs up inside there, but there are innocent people like in Jamaica that were killed that probably will be killed also in Trinidad. I'm fearful to the fact that there are some officers, I believe, that will take full advantage and abuse if this law is passed. And I think that if it is passed, we need to be in check. We need to keep the police officers in check. Yeah. That's my contribution this morning. Have a blessed weekend, Mr. Fuad.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. There is an uptick and an upsurge in extrajudicial killings in Jamaica, it's actually being spoken about as well. While there is some success in terms of their ability to reduce their murder rate, the police now is killing at a rate that is high as well. And within the framework of what we are speaking about, there has been talk by our politicians as well of ensuring that these officers have their body cameras on. And if you all know what we stand for and what we speak about here, every single time these topics come up, it is accountability by the police as well, and ensuring that they act in the best way possible as they discharge this real challenging, difficult duty. We have to be fair as well, and we have to be balanced and fair. We have a problem. We have a problem, and we need to confront the problem. We cannot just allow it to get to UNC levels of record murders, etc. We have to deal with it, but we have to put the measures in place to guard our citizens as well. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Mr. Ford.
And morning to you, Mr. West. Welcome.
We know, Trinidadians know that you have a police service that poses tremendous challenges, right? And we need to, if not harness, but we need to keep our eyes on them, right? Because as some callers speak about, we are rogue police. And this notion, and the fact remains is that I don't know what training, what preparation the police would have done in terms of selecting persons who have the temperament to deal with people and deal with them without abuse. I don't know.
And to deal with challenging situations where life and death is hard, you know.
Yes, that's the thing. And the thing about it is that there be no very serious approach, because I am not making up that. It's on the news every day, the kind of things that the police engage in.
Yeah.
The fact is that you have a task at hand, that you have a situation that you have to deal with. And if some people may be very comfortable with what is going on in this country here, but I am not comfortable with it. And there are many people that, but the fact remains is that you have to do something, you have to deal with that situation, but you have to do it in a manner which does not infringe, which does not carry with it the kind of abuses that some policemen, I ain't saying all, some, a minority, is used to. Used to. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. And the question about police killing, and there are people who go about, they have their own agenda. The fact remains is that we know what persons' rights. Anytime you have a state of emergency, you put in place a curfew. You interfere with people's fundamental rights and freedom. And we have had a series of state of emergencies and whatnot. But the fact remains is that there must be checks and balances. There must be guardrails. There must be safeguards against abuse. We had, during the curfew, we had police in just a couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, where police tear gas people all about in Port of Spain, man, woman, and child. We had that, beating them and throwing them in police vans. They won't say that those people, they didn't refer to those people. I'm not sanctioning police abuse, but I'm saying the people who are running about, who perpetrated and who sat back when police were abusing people, they said, and they're the ones who are running about the place talking about they care about human rights and whatnot. I'm saying I'm not supporting any abuse of persons' rights, but once you have a state of emergency, we have had a state of emergency for almost a year. And once you have a state of emergency, you have suspension of some of your fundamental rights. Chapter 1, Section 1, the enshrined provision, rights in the Constitution.
Yeah.
That's your right. But nobody teaches anybody about that. They don't tell them about their rights under the Constitution, that Bill of Rights. Nobody tells them running about all about it. They are the abusers, They are the abusers. And they're running about and telling people. The fact remains is that something has to be done. And when people make law, and you make law, you just don't make law, as I said before, because I'll turn your back. You look to see how the law is working, and if there are abuses, you try to correct it. You had the anti-gang piece of legislation. When people saw it was not working properly and whatnot, they had to go back to Parliament to amend it to make it work. And I'm saying that if in fact that piece of legislation is not working and you see the police not acting properly, you need to go back, and I think that the government is sensitive enough to make the necessary amendment or correction by tweaking the legislation. That is how things are working. You go back and you make your amendment. But the fact is that you have to deal with this situation here. Man, mother, man, child, man, children, you in Port-au-Prince shooting out all about the place like Bokaru and all kind of nonsense, and you happy with that? And you have to deal with it. Other countries have dealt with it. I spoke about Baltimore, which was at one time the murder capital of the United States, and today the murder rate and you're talking about the predominantly black. You go to Jamaica, 2,000, 1,005 persons killed every year. Same black people, but you have to deal with it. But you have to deal with it with care. You have to deal with it with respect. Right? For people's fundamental rights and whatnot, and you have to put the necessary protection in place. But this thing can't go on forever, boy. In the last 5 years, you had 5,420 murders in this country. Man, woman, and child lost children. You come and tell me, you have some people talk about we talk about what I call it, bad man theory of law, and you have good man. Some people believe that they have to break the law, and the law must go wherever. No. I ain't living in hell. Enough is enough. This thing has to be dealt with.
Yeah.
So who like it so? They're immune to it, and they seem numb to it, and they feel that, no, something has to be done. But I'm saying that you must have guardrails, and you have to keep a check on the police and whatnot. But that situation can't go on unabated. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. West. There's a question surrounding a young woman and man being killed in Valsane, I believe, where the car ended up, and their story about a chase, and it is presenting some difficulty for the reader and the listener to the story. We have to be careful. Good morning.
Morning, Mr.
And good morning to you as well, man. Welcome.
Thank you. Trinidad and Tobago, good morning. You know what is strange? And I believe our society has taken the potion, because when everybody win, but like they drink a little too much, that we are under a state of emergency, right? Those is technically a state of emergency. So here my logic to this. 3 murders happened in Diego Martin, and the commissioner of police goes to the so-called Alexander. Alexander goes to the prime minister, and they pass state of emergency down in Diego Martin. And they lock down Diego Martin. Right? And the reason for that is because they have the evidence, and they have the people. They know who it is. But right now we're under a state of emergency, and they're telling me the same thing. They know, they have all the information, all the details, everything. So why they can't lock up the same people now that they had to come with Doge to lock up? Them people ain't changing. It's the same people. But it's the same people. All the talk that old man just talked there. It is the same people went to court to get bail for murderers. And they want to tell me I agreeing with criminals. They went and fight the state to get bail for murderers. And now that the murderers are out, committing the same murders while they was inside, now everybody now realize that we want those to lock down. So since you know, them telling me they have all the information. So if you have the information and are under a state of emergency, why don't you arrest these people? But I saw that happen to a man in Grandy, some businessman, and the state awarded the man $100,000, and the judge is telling the state, apparently now these policemen, the judge want that when you bring an egregious matter against a citizens like that and wrongfully arrest the man, that the police officer should pay the money.
Yeah, Mr. Frank C. Prasad is advocating for that to try to curb.
So all
what takes
these
place.
people, and here we're going on, this same thing happened under the previous People's Partnership, where the PNM, when they got into office, had to pay how much? 100,000 to people. And the same people saying, oh, you're paying criminals money.
Yeah.
But come wrong to do the same thing all over again. And criminals are being awarded money. So they said they are alleged criminals. But they lock them up. But the judge ain't saying that.
Continuously throughout Trinidad and Tobago, under both administrations, people have had to be
I don't know
compensated.
about both. I know
I
people
telling you,
get a
I
lock up
ain't
under one administration. So far, I
know
see
now.
that.
You know now because I'm educated.
Again, I can't point out nobody that was arrested under a state of emergency by the PNM and was brought before the court and had to pay. Me ain't see that yet. I ain't see that. So don't tell me both of them.
Under
I dealing with when you point out, you tell me, I could tell you all under the UNC. Since you tell me both of them, you point out one of somebody that was arrested under a state of emergency.
I can tell you about the Mova 3 who were killed, who compensation
I
has
ain't talking
started
about that,
to be
Mr. Baka. Don't tell you are intelligent fella. Don't try to change the conversation. We talking about Doge and the arrest.
Police abuse?
No. We talking about police behavior and the state behavior concerning state of emergency and arresting people and people going to court and when they matter. We ain't talking about murders yet. Don't carry me down that road. Don't try to equate. This thing where we just try to, the conversation is about why. Don't try to lump X together with Y to make one pot of broth. Don't try to do me that. I ain't drink that poison yet.
Finish your point quickly. You drink some poison, not that poison, but you must
I ain't drinking that UNC poison. I ain't drinking that. So that way you're trying to give me there, I ain't taking that. Because all of a sudden, your attitude that everything was so bad now it's so good we must sit down and we know. Yeah, were you telling the citizens yesterday? Yes, I know there are some challenges and things are hard, but sit down and think about what you're doing. That was not your conversation 9 months ago. All your conversation 9 months ago was that the PNM must go, and when the PNM go, things will get better in Trinidad and Tobago.
And there have been marked improvements in many areas.
Well, if that was the case, if that was the case, our crime rate, and hear what they tell me, you know, when Trump do we had to do, the murder rate has gone down. Crime has gone down because of Trump stopping narco trafficking. But all of a sudden you want to come to give me Doge. If what Trump was doing carried on crime, now I ask them, but then what is the commissioner of police doing? What is the police service doing? Then Trump don't have to leave here.
As you close.
That was the argument. A few weeks ago, that was all the argument.
As you
now
close.
When they want to come and give me Doge, all the justification. Rubbish.
As you close, there has been a marked improvement in
what?
The reduction of murder in Trinidad and Tobago.
I'm not saying that under a state of emergency. What you expect, sir?
Thank you very much.
Under a state of emergency and restricting people movement, what do you expect? But yesterday that didn't happen.
Agreed. I understand that as well.
Enjoy your morning.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Yeah. And there is a formidable foe that Trinidad and Tobago is challenged with, and it is crime and bringing Trinidad and Tobago to a point where we have a place where we could feel safe, a place where we can function without this constant community becoming a battlefield, etc. And if in response to some extra issue, right, if in response to some extraordinary criminal activity in an area, there's a provision allowing for the police to have extra powers to deal with that problem in that area, then I don't see what is wrong with that. If there's an abuse of it, then we could kick up. And I have spoken against the abuse by the police and the powers that are given to them by our legislators as well, because I do not want citizens to be abused. But if these tools are being used properly to meet with the problem of crime that we are faced with, that we are plagued with, then I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. We need to do something about the problem. So let this be an administration to ensure that the police put on the body cameras. Let this be an administration where people are watching more than ever. Trinbagonians are watching, and we have a vociferous, very loud opposition who love to talk and criticize anything, which is their right and their responsibility. Take the additional powers that are necessary to curb crime, but also be aware that people are looking on and that abuses will not be tolerated. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning.
And good morning to you.
Morning. Sabaka,
Yeah?
I believe that the only way solve crime will be solved in Trinidad is when those who commit crime are brought to trial speedily and sentence have been cast upon them.
100%.
And would see the places that have little crime. I don't believe all these technology they're using, all these social going in certain areas and things would stop the crime. It would stop the crime for a short period of time. But when they come out of there, crime will continue. Once a man know that a man kill a man, you kill somebody, and after you kill that person, they will be hunting you down and your life will be taken. If you chop off a man's hand, they will hunt you down and your hand will be removed. When folks know that they will have to pay the consequences for the crime they commit, then they will think twice before they commit crime. I don't believe that academic could solve crime. What will solve crime? You do the crime, you pay the penalty for it. And we could spend endless money behind crime. If we fail to sentence these people, if we fail to make them pay for the crime they have committed, crime will continue. You see all those areas where they say things, set up cameras and put certain high fines for those who break cameras or whatsoever, and hook up those cameras whereby you can reach a station and all this so forth. And folks who commit crime in the area, you'll be able to see them, you'll be able to hunt them down. Some of them who commit crime and go in church, some of them who commit crime and try to change on their life, still hold them, take them to court, and let them pay for the crime they committed. After that, crime would stop. You see the judiciary? Revamp that judiciary. No one should be held and you have 10, 15 years case still going on. Within a year, those folks should be brought to trial, and an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. The Bible says when execution of an evil work is not quickly done, the hearts of men are set on wickedness. And that is what's going on in this country. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you very much for your contribution as well, man. Blessings. And of course, we have spoken about that as well, and that is 100% correct. If there isn't proper functioning of our judiciary and there is the perception that there is no penalty for wrong actions, especially extreme wrong actions, the taking of life, then people will just do what they want. There's a level of deviant behavior that we need to curb, and it is being produced by the structure of our society as well. And the structure of our society also needs to be curtailed, because it is producing a certain level of deviant behavior that is not comfortable for for living is not conducive for the growth of a society. Good morning, caller. Just careful with the feedback.
Hey, Mr. Ford, pleasant morning to you.
And pleasant morning to you as well. Welcome.
Okay, my friend. What could I say besides send that last caller to the head of the class?
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. We need to stand firm, but more than that, individually, it's a responsibility that we have to accept and understand that parenting plays a more serious role if crime is concerned. We adults should try to be the first police, the first teacher, the first counselor in our homes. You see, I and you is possibly aware of whose fault it is. I and you is possibly aware who takes the neighbor's forward. You're saying nothing. How you deal with crime, right? We need to be serious. We need to implement stringent laws. When an adult selling another adult something that closely resembles a firearm and give it to a juvenile, a young boy or girl, where we going? Where, according to Spangalang, where we going? We ought to measure price, cut once. Or to really measure price, cut once. It's getting too out of hand, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it reminds me of we adults talking like, why come out in the road now, boy? What we really need is come off the road, you know. So we need to take a good look at ourselves, boy.
Yeah.
The younger ones, it's grasping to love, wanting a better way out, but some of them, the influencing power out here is very strong. Very strong. Let me compliment you for your encouraging words. You continue to encourage, empower, instill good behavioral patterns, attitude, ambition in us young people. So I just want to encourage young people to do this program. I can't work it 7 days a week, but I really wish, because your hours are short, you could have been more or extend your hours, Mr. Fly. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too as well, man. Blessings. And thank you very much for the encouragement as well. Abuse has spanned over every single administration. It is a problem that we have endemic in our police service as well, where there's a necessity for a certain level of reform and change. I have called time and time again for that reform to be brought, because I have seen the abuse which destroys trust between this essential service and the wider population. I have suffered personally at the hands of police officers who carry out an agenda with a mentality that is contrary to best practice and service, directed by the administrative powers that go up, Commissioner of Police to Minister of National Security to whoever else, to Prime Minister, to whatever. And that abuse has to be curtailed. But we also in a balancing act where we have this challenge to face. And therefore, the measures to protect citizens must be put in place to protect citizens in every way. The proper training to these officers, the body cameras that have to be utilized. especially in these special circumstances of ZOSO or SOU or anything else, because police have powers. They are vested with a certain level of authority. Life and death is in their hand. So along with the power and the authority and the responsibility that is given to them, the accountability must also be placed there. And we must have that encouragement, and we must insist that it is done, along with maybe permitting as much as necessary the authority that is needed to deal with this problem. It is not an easy problem. We have given another administration, a different administration, the responsibility to try to clean up a mess that exists. So let us understand and have that patience, but let us also pay attention so that our rights are not violated as well. Blessings to everyone. Enjoy the weekend as well, and we'll be back Monday, God willing. Take care.
Coulda bust shot, I coulda be a big millionaire, coulda sell out my soul from my youth, but I hold my ground, I hold my name. I coulda be bad, I coulda be real bad, but I choose good. I miss a good over evil. I coulda be bad, I coulda be real bad, but I choose good. I miss a good over evil, over evil. You see me now, I ain't reach here by luck. I climb out hole where man does get stuck. You see my face, it sees so much dark days. I see the end game, it always the same. I seen brothers fall for the trap, chasing clout, chasing fame. Now the name's right on a wall, or they lock up behind that call. So in the streets we spy your name, and the fast life feels like fame. Remember young brothers day, let good sense prevail. I coulda be bad, I coulda be real bad, but I choose good. I miss a good over evil. I coulda be bad, I coulda be real bad, but I choose good. I miss a good over evil, over evil. I say you got to choose it, you got to want it, you got to know what's the life you want, the life you want. I mean you got to choose it, you got to want it, you got to make it, make the life you want.